Greetings from Florida. Today we're working on a Mazda CX9 2007 to 2015. This is the left front and the clip is double sped up. Double speed. Doesn't take that long. It's not that difficult. There's a couple things to look out for. I'm going to show you. There's a plate there that you need to pop off. Pop that off. There's two 10mm bolts behind that. There's a Phillips screw behind that. So we're going to take out the 10mm bolts, grab a magnet, and I was going to take out that screw right there. I think I grabbed a magnet to get the rest of them out. There we go. Pop the door panel off. There's also a light at the bottom. When you take out, there's two ways to take out the handle. You can unplug the cables that go to the latch. It's easy just to slide the whole thing through. Then you've got three wiring harnesses to take off. They're not that easy, but you'll get them off, I'm sure. If you need these, I've got the gears, and which is pretty much the only thing that goes on these, on my website, upanddownmainstreet.com. Please feel free to shop. Take out the speaker. Three 10mm bolts hold the motor to the regulator. Put your hand behind there. You don't want to unspool the regulator. That would cause you a lot of aggravation. So make sure you get your hand behind there when you take it off. And then I put the window up and I use the suction cup to hold it in place. If you don't, the window will fall down and might unspool the regulator. Now, I just showed you three. You're going to pop off the housing. You may have to hit it with a hammer, put it between your knees. I had done this one before, so it came off pretty easy. Don't apply pressure where the holes are. There's three holes where the bolts go in. Try not to apply any torque there, because what happens is those pieces break off and makes it difficult to put the motor back on. That's the gear we're replacing. Make sure you take out all the splines of the old gear that's broken off. Put the rubber pieces back on. And the top gear on top of that. Tighten it down as best you can. A little bit of WD-40 wouldn't hurt on the channel, on the channel and on the gear. Make sure you put your hand behind there before you put the motor on. Make sure you put your hand behind there before you put the motor on. Otherwise, you will unspool the regulator, and that becomes a problem. Tighten the three 10mm bolts. Don't over tighten them. You don't want to break the mounts on the motor. I'm not going to even test that. I know it's going to work out just fine. Put the screws back on. Now we're going to put the panel back on. Still not a big deal yet. You've got a light at the bottom that just pops in. Put in the three wiring harnesses, which will make sure they're in tight. Make sure they click in tight, and then bring that through. Use a little caution when you tamp that down, when you tighten that down, just to make sure it's in place properly. And just checking out the motor, the window. And we're going to reset the automatic up and down too. There's a feature where it goes up and down by itself when you hit the button once. That needs to be reset. I'll show you how to do that as well. 10mm bolt, 10mm bolt, Phillips screw. That's the side view mirror cover. I'm going to put that mounting plate back on. That's back on. If you have any questions, feel free to ask right here on YouTube. And if you have any, if you like the video, if it helped you, go ahead and like it on YouTube. That'll help other people find it. All right. So here's how we're going to reset the automatic. In theory, you could hold your finger on the button to put the window up or down and then hang on to it for 10 or 15 seconds, and that should do it, but it didn't work in this case. So what we're going to do, I'm not sure where we are on this. Yeah, right about there. We're going to hold it all the way down for 15 seconds after it's already down. Then pull up on the button immediately to hold it all the way up for 15 seconds after it's already up. And that should reset it. And thank you for watching.